Serenity slammed the antique oak door of her family's Manhattan penthouse, the echo reverberating through the marble halls like a gunshot. Her father's ultimatum still burned in her ears. Marry into the right circle or lose her stake in the family empire. In a haze of fury, she stormed into the quaint coffee shop on the corner, locking eyes with the barista behind the counter, Skylar, whose name tag glinted under the fluorescent lights, and blurted out, "I'll pay you $50,000 to pretend to be my fiancé for a month." Skylar froze, her hands midway through frothing milk for a latte. The steam hissed in the sudden silence, and she stared at the woman before her, elegant, commanding, with a desperation that didn't match her polished exterior. "Excuse me," Skylar managed, her voice barely above a whisper, heart pounding as if she'd just been proposed to in a fever dream. Serenity leaned over the counter, her voice low and urgent. "Look, I know this sounds insane. My family is pressuring me to settle down with some heir from old money. I need someone to play the part, show up at events, act like we're in love. No strings, just business. You seem trustworthy." Inside, Serenity's mind raced. What am I doing? This is reckless, but anything to buy time, to avoid the chains of expectation that had suffocated her for years. Skylar's thoughts swirled in chaos. 50,000? That could pay off her student loans, help her little sister with college. But pretending to be engaged to a stranger? A woman, no less. She wasn't out to her conservative family back in Ohio. This could unravel everything. Yet, the woman's eyes, those piercing green ones, held a vulnerability that tugged at her. "Why me?" Skylar asked, setting down the pitcher with trembling hands. "Because you're here now and I need this yesterday," Serenity replied, pulling out her phone to draft a quick contract. But deep down, she wondered if it was more than convenience. There was something in Skylar's warm smile, the way she moved with quiet confidence, that stirred a long-buried ache in Serenity's chest. An ache she'd ignored since college, when she'd buried her true desires under layers of familial duty. They sat in a booth at the back of the shop during Skylar's break, hashing out details. Serenity explained her world. Boardrooms filled with judgmental eyes, galas where whispers cut like knives, a mother who equated success with a perfect heterosexual marriage. "My parents think I'm just picky," Serenity confessed, her voice cracking slightly. "They don't know about me." Skylar nodded slowly, her own secrets bubbling up. "I get it. My folks are the same, church every Sunday, traditional values. I've dated women quietly, but nothing serious. This fake thing, it could blow up in our faces." Internally, Skylar battled. Is this selling out? Or a chance to live a little, to feel something real, even if it's pretend? By the end of the hour, Skylar signed the makeshift agreement on Serenity's phone. "Okay, fiancé," she said with a forced laugh, slipping a cheap ring from the lost and found onto her finger as a placeholder. Serenity's heart skipped. Why did that word feel so electric? The next day, Serenity picked Skylar up in a sleek black Mercedes, heading to her family's estate in the Hamptons for the first introduction. Skylar had dressed up in a borrowed dress from a thrift store, feeling like an imposter. "What if they see through us?" she whispered as they drove. "They won't," Serenity assured, but doubt gnawed at her. What if this awakens something I can't control? The estate loomed ahead, a symbol of the life she was rebelling against. Upon arrival, Serenity's mother, Eleanor, greeted them with arched eyebrows. "Darling, who's this?" she asked, eyeing Skylar like a specimen. "This is Skylar, my fiancé," Serenity announced boldly, linking arms with her. The room fell silent, Eleanor's face paling. Inside, Serenity thought, this is it, the first crack in the facade. Skylar played along, smiling sweetly. "Nice to meet you, Mrs. Vanderbilt." But her mind screamed, what have I gotten into? These people ooze privilege, I don't belong here. Dinner was a minefield. Serenity's father, Reginald, grilled Skylar about her background. Coffee shop? How quaint. And how did you two meet? At the shop, Skylar said smoothly as rehearsed. Serenity came in every day for her latte. One thing led to another. She squeezed Serenity's hand under the table, a gesture that sent unexpected warmth through both. Reginald huffed. "Serenity, we expected someone from our circles. This is unexpected." "That's the point, Dad." Serenity shot back, her voice steady but her insides churning. Am I using Skylar to fight my battles? Is this fair to her? As the night wore on, Eleanor pulled Serenity aside. Is this real? Or are you trying to spite us? It's real, Serenity lied, but the lie tasted bitter. Back with Skylar, they shared a room, separate beds, of course. In the dark, Skylar whispered, "Your family is intense." "You have no idea," Serenity replied. Lying there, she pondered. What if this pretend game reveals the truth I've hidden from myself? The following week brought more events. A charity gala where whispers followed them. Serenity Vanderbilt with a barista? Scandalous. Skylar felt the stares, her confidence waning. Why did I agree? For money? Or because her eyes make me feel seen? Serenity noticed Skylar's discomfort. You okay? She asked during a slow dance, their bodies close but not too close. Yeah, just not used to this. But Skylar's heart raced at the proximity, questioning if the spark was mutual. A confrontation brewed when Serenity's ex, a man named Marcus from an approved family, cornered her. This is a joke, right? You're not really. It's none of your business, Serenity snapped. But Marcus's words planted seeds of doubt. Am I fooling everyone, including myself? Skylar overheard, feeling a pang of jealousy she couldn't explain. This is fake, she reminded herself. But is it? The gala's aftermath lingered like a hangover. Serenity drove Skylar back to her modest Brooklyn apartment, the city lights blurring past. You were amazing tonight, Serenity said, glancing over. But inside she fought the growing pull. Skylar's laugh, her quick wit. It's all an act, right? Skylar leaned back, exhausted. Thanks. But those people, they look at me like I'm a charity case. Her thoughts darkened. Am I just a prop in her rebellion? What happens when the month ends? Over coffee the next morning, ironic given Skylar's job, Serenity outlined the next phase. We need to make this public. Social media, interviews. My family's watching. Skylar hesitated. Public? My friends, my family, they'll see. Panic rose. My parents would disown me if they knew I'm playing gay for pay. But is it playing? Serenity sensed the fear. We can control the narrative. Say we met organically. But guilt twisted in her gut. I'm dragging her into my mess. What kind of person does that make me? They posted a photo on Instagram. Hands clasped, smiles bright. Captions gushed about finding the one. Likes poured in, but so did comments. Serenity's gone rogue. Is this for real? Skylar's phone buzzed with messages from friends. Girls spill. Who's the hottie? She replied vaguely, but inside. This lie is spreading like wildfire. How do I contain it? At work, her boss teased. Engaged to a Vanderbilt? Upgrade. Skylar forced a laugh, but resentment brewed. I'm worth more than this charade. Serenity faced boardroom scrutiny. This engagement, it's distracting. A colleague sneered. Reginald called. End this nonsense or I'll cut you off. Try it. Serenity retorted, hanging up. Defiance surged, but doubt followed. Am I fighting for freedom? Or just avoiding the truth about who I am? They met for date practice in Central Park. Walking arm in arm, Skylar opened up. My sister's depending on me. This money. It changes things. Serenity nodded. I get it. My whole life has been about duty. Their conversation deepened, sharing stories of suppressed dreams. Serenity admitted. I've always known I preferred women, but family expectations. Skylar's heart ached in recognition. Me too. Dated a girl in college, but hid it. The admission hung heavy. Is this connection real? A kiss for the cameras, staged but lingering. Serenity pulled away first, breathless. What was that? Just acting? Skylar touched her lips, confused. Fake but felt so right. Tensions escalated when Eleanor's investigator dug into Skylar's past. She's from a working-class family, no connections. Eleanor confronted Serenity. This is a phase. It's not, Serenity insisted. But the words felt true in a way she hadn't anticipated. Skylar learned of the digging from a leaked email. They're spying on me? She yelled over the phone. I'm sorry, Serenity said, rushing to her apartment. Face to face, emotions boiled. I didn't know. Skylar paced. This is humiliating. I'm not some pawn. Tears welled. Why does it hurt so much? Because I'm falling for her? Serenity reached out. You're not. You're important. The vulnerability scared her. Admitting this could ruin everything. They argued, voices rising. You hired me like a service, Skylar accused. And you took the money. Serenity shot back, regretting it instantly. Silence fell. Skylar whispered. Maybe we should stop.
No, Serenity pleaded.
Not yet. Inside, I can't let her go. Not now. They reconciled with a hug that lasted too long. Skylar thought. This is dangerous. But I don't want to stop. The next event. A family dinner with extended relatives. Whispers abounded. Aunt Lydia pulled Skylar aside. Dear, are you sure about this? Our world is different. Skylar smiled tightly. Love doesn't care about worlds. But doubt crept. Do I love her? Or the idea? Reginald cornered Serenity. I've frozen your accounts until you come to your senses. Fury ignited. You can't control me forever. But fear gripped. Without money, who am I? Skylar overheard, stepping in. Mr. Vanderbilt, with respect, Serenity's happiness matters more than your empire. Reginald scoffed. Happiness? This is delusion. The night ended in chaos, Serenity storming out with Skylar. In the car, Serenity broke down. He's right. This is messing everything up. Skylar held her hand. No, he's wrong. Comfort turned to confession. This started fake, but it's not for me anymore. Serenity's eyes widened. Me too. The admission hung electric. But reality crashed when Skylar's parents called, having seen the posts. Skylar, what's this? Engaged to a woman. Panic set in. It's complicated, she stammered. Her mother's voice sharpened. Come home. Now. Skylar hung up, torn. Go home and explain? Or stay and fight? Serenity saw the turmoil. I'll come with you. No, Skylar said. This is my battle. But inside I need her. She flew to Ohio alone, heart heavy. Facing her parents, she hedged. It's a job, sort of. Her father exploded. A job? Pretending to be. That way. Disgraceful. Tears flowed. Dad, it's not pretend for me. I am that way. Silence. Her mother cried. We raised you better. Skylar's world shattered. The price of truth is losing them? Back in New York, Serenity paced, worrying. Without Skylar, the facade crumbles. But more, without her, I crumble. Skylar returned, broken. They want nothing to do with me. Serenity held her. I'm sorry. Comfort deepened, boundaries blurring. The rejection from Skylar's family hit like a tidal wave, leaving her adrift in Serenity's luxurious but empty apartment. I can't go back there, Skylar murmured, staring at the city skyline. Inside, betrayal stung. They were supposed to love me unconditionally. Was it all a lie? Serenity wrapped her in a blanket, her own guilt festering. Stay here. We'll figure this out. But thoughts raced. I've cost her everything. Am I worth it? The media frenzy intensified. Tabloids screamed. Vanderbilt heiress's lesbian scandal. Protests from conservative groups picketed the family offices. Reginald called a crisis meeting. You're destroying our legacy, he thundered at Serenity. End this now. She stood firm. No. This is who I am. Defiance masked terror. Coming out publicly? The backlash could ruin me. Skylar, reading the headlines, felt exposed. Everyone knows now. My life is over. Resentment bubbled. She pulled me into this spotlight. But love? That's what keeps me here. They decided to go public with an interview. On a morning show, the host probed. Is this real or a stunt? Serenity took Skylar's hand. It started as convenience, but it's real now. The words escaped before she could stop them. Truth in the spotlight. Skylar nodded, heart soaring and sinking. Yes, real. But inside, is it? Or am I clinging to escape my pain? Backlash was swift. Serenity's board voted to sideline her. Conflicts of interest, they claimed. She slammed her fist on the desk. This is discrimination. But doubt crept. Maybe they're right. I'm not fit for this world. Skylar's job suffered too. Customers whispered. Her boss suggested a leave. Too much drama. Alone in the apartment, Skylar confronted Serenity. This is costing us everything. Was it worth it? Serenity's eyes filled with tears. You are. The kiss that followed was real, desperate, boundaries shattered. But Marcus reappeared, offering a deal. End this, marry me on paper. Keep your inheritance, your life. Temptation hit Serenity. Stability, no more fights. But Skylar. She told Skylar about the offer. I said no. Skylar's jealousy flared. Why tell me? Testing loyalty. No. Serenity exclaimed. Transparency. The argument escalated. You're still tied to that world, Skylar accused. And you're using me to rebel against yours. Serenity shot back. Hurtful words flew, ending in Skylar storming out. On the streets she wandered. Is this love or mutual destruction? Serenity drank alone, regretting. I've pushed her away. Maybe I'm toxic. Skylar returned hours later, soaked from rain. I can't leave you. Reconciliation was tentative, but passion ignited confessions. I love you, Skylar whispered. I love you too, Serenity replied, terrified. Now what? Eleanor's intervention came next. A private meeting with Skylar. Leave my daughter. I'll pay you double. Skylar recoiled. No. This isn't about money. Eleanor sneered. Everything is. But Skylar stood tall. I'm worth more than bribes. Telling Serenity, rage boiled. How dare she? It's her fear, Skylar soothed. But inside, family's tearing us apart. A turning point. Serenity's sister, Clara, reached out secretly. I support you. Come out fully. Inspired, Serenity planned a press conference. I'm gay and in love with Skylar. The announcement rocked the world. Support flooded from LGBTQ+ groups, but hate mail poured in. Skylar's ex-girlfriend from college resurfaced, messaging. Saw the news. Miss you. Jealousy hit Skylar, but she ignored it. Or tried. Serenity noticed the distance. What's wrong? Nothing, Skylar lied. But thoughts nagged. Am I her first real love? Or rebound? Confrontation brewed when Marcus leaked the original contract. Headlines. Fake engagement exposed. Chaos ensued. Reginald disowned Serenity publicly. No place for deceit in our family. Serenity crumbled. It's over. I've lost everything. Skylar held her. Not me. But doubt. Can we survive this? Protests outside their building turned violent. Stones thrown, slurs shouted. Hiding inside, Serenity whispered. This is the price. Skylar nodded. Worth it. Inside for love, yes. But the pain. They fled to a cabin upstate, seeking solace. In quiet moments, truths emerged. Serenity admitted. I was afraid to live authentically. Skylar confessed. Me too. But together. Intimacy grew, not physical but emotional. Sharing dreams, fears. But reality intruded. Skylar's sister called. Mom and Dad are heartbroken. Come home. Torn, Skylar debated. I have to try. Serenity agreed, hiding pain. If she leaves, what then? In Ohio, Skylar faced her family. This is me. Accept or not. Her father softened slightly. We love you, but. Compromise. Or ultimatum. Back in New York, Serenity waited anxiously. Without her, emptiness loomed. Skylar returned with mixed news. They're trying, but it's hard. Relief, but tension lingered. The leaks' fallout lingered. A shadow over their fragile peace. Serenity stared at her empty bank account. Reginald had followed through. I'm broke, she admitted to Skylar, voice hollow. Inside. Who am I without the money? Just a woman in love, scared. Skylar hugged her. We'll rebuild. Together. But worry not. I can support us, but for how long? My barista wage? They moved to a small apartment in Queens, downsizing drastically. Serenity took odd jobs, waitressing of all ironies. This is humiliating, she muttered, spilling coffee on her first shift. Skylar encouraged. It's honest work. Yet resentment simmered. She gave up everything for me. Am I enough? Social circles shifted. Old friends ghosted Serenity, while new allies from the community emerged. At a support group, Serenity shared. Coming out cost me my family. Nods of understanding. But inside the void aches. Skylar's family made tentative contact, a card from her sister. Miss you. Hope flickered but pain remained. Marcus struck again, suing for emotional distress over the fake engagement. Ridiculous, Serenity scoffed, but legal fees mounted. They hired a pro bono lawyer from an LGBTQ+ firm. In court prep, truth surfaced. Why the charade? The lawyer asked. Serenity confessed. To escape pressure. But it led to real love. Skylar added. And real hurt. The trial was a spectacle, Marcus testified. She used me as a cover. Serenity countered. No, I hid from myself. Vulnerability on display. This is my truth raw. Skylar supported from the stands, heart clenching. She's fighting for us. The judge dismissed the case. Victory but exhaustion followed. Post-trial, Eleanor appeared at their door. Can we talk? Serenity hesitated. Why now? I see the damage, Eleanor admitted. Tears. I was wrong.
Réconciliation tentative.
Accept Skylar, Serenity demanded. Eleanor nodded. I'm trying. Inside Serenity. Forgiveness? Or guard up? Skylar watched warily. Families mending but scars deep. A betrayal loomed. Skylar's ex Jenna showed up. I want you back. Skylar rebuffed. I'm with Serenity. But Jenna planted doubt. She's high maintenance. You'll tire. Skylar shook it off, but seeds grew. During an argument over finances, words slipped. Maybe Jenna was right. Serenity froze. What? Confession tumbled out. Hurt exploded. You talked to her? Serenity yelled. Just once. Skylar defended. Trust shattered. How could you?
Skylar cried. I'm scared.
This life is hard. Serenity stormed out. Alone in a park, thoughts swirled, betrayed again. Is love worth this pain? Skylar searched for her, guilt consuming. I messed up. She's everything. Found her on a bench.
I'm sorry.
It was nothing. Serenity softened. We have to communicate. Bond strengthened but fragility evident. Reginald's health scare brought crisis. Heart attack, Eleanor called. He wants to see you. Serenity went, Skylar by her side. At the hospital, Reginald whispered. I was wrong. Be happy. Tears flowed. Forgiveness? Partial. Post-recovery, family dynamics shifted. Dinners awkward but progressing. Skylar's parents visited New York. Tense meeting. We don't understand, but we love you. Acceptance budding. Yet society pushed back. Job offers for Serenity dried up due to controversy. She despaired. My career's over. Skylar motivated. Start your own thing. Inspired, Serenity launched a nonprofit for LGBTQ+ youth. Skylar helped finding purpose. Growth amid struggle. But a final test. An old friend offered Serenity a way back. Deny the relationship publicly. Temptation, stability. She refused. No more lies. Skylar proud but fearful. What if she regrets? As they built their life, reflections deepened. Serenity thought. The price was high but freedom priceless. Skylar echoed. Love's worth the battles. The nonprofit's launch gala was a modest affair. Far from the opulent events of Serenity's past. She stood at the podium, voice steady. This is for those hiding like I did. Applause rippled, but inside. Have I truly healed? Skylar beamed from the crowd, pride swelling. Yet whispers of doubt. We've come far, but is it enough? Post-event, they walked home hand in hand. Proud of you, Skylar said. Serenity smiled. Us. But memories haunted. The costs. Families strained, lives upended. Months passed, stability growing. Serenity's organization thrived, drawing donors. Skylar pursued a degree in social work, inspired. But echoes of betrayal lingered. When Jenna texted again, Skylar blocked her immediately. No more, she vowed. Serenity noticed the resolve. Good. Trust rebuilding brick by brick. Family ties mended slowly. Thanksgiving with the Vanderbilts. Awkward toasts but genuine efforts. Skylar's parents called weekly. Questions evolving to acceptance. Yet, societal pressures persisted. Online trolls harassed. Fake love for attention. Serenity ignored, but it stung. Why can't they see it's real? A documentary offer came. Share their story. They debated. Exposed again? Skylar worried. But it could help others, Serenity argued. They agreed, filming raw interviews. Serenity confessed. The fake start led to real pain but also truth. Skylar added, love isn't easy, especially against the world. Airing brought mixed reactions, support and hate. One night, after a harsh review, Serenity broke. Was it all a mistake? Skylar held her. No. We're stronger. Introspection deepened. Serenity journaled. The moral gray. Lying to family, using money for deception. Right or wrong? Skylar pondered. Accepting the job, was it greed or fate? Highs and lows intertwined. A quiet proposal, real this time. Serenity knelt. Marry me for real. Skylar tearful. Yes. Wedding small, intimate. Vows heartfelt. Through betrayals and awakenings, I choose you. Honeymoon in a cabin, reflections shared. The price we paid. Serenity trailed. Worth every tear, Skylar affirmed. Back home, challenges continued. Serenity's board role offered back with conditions. She declined. My path now. Empowerment surged. Skylar graduated, starting a career helping others. As years hinted, their story became legend, inspiring some, controversial to others. In quiet moments, doubts surfaced. Did we choose right? But love prevailed. The end came not with resolution but question. In a world of expectations, is defying them always the moral victory, or sometimes a selfish escape?